Did anyone else notice what happened in the music industry on October the 21st? Anyone? So many major label albums got released on the same day. The only reason I noticed this was because The Car by Arctic Monkeys and Midnights by Taylor Swift were released on the same day. But then over the next few days I noticed more and more new albums that also had been released on the 21st. Don't believe me? Fine, I don't blame you, I am a random guy on the internet, but let me list you off a few. Midnights, The Car, Frog.mp3, Hugo, The Loneliest Time, the new Carly Rae Jepsen album that's being really hyped up because it's got a trending TikTok audio.
What happened was...
And that new Architects album, but it's a bit rubbish, so I don't really care. So this got me thinking, do record labels time the release of albums? And if so, how do they decide when to release one? Let's have a look together. So what is the best time of year to release an album? Here's a good article from musicconsultant.com talking about when are the best months of the year to release an album and why you might want to release an album in these given months. Interestingly, November-December seems like a big no-go. I mean, Christmas and other holiday releases are just a different game altogether, but we don't want to think about them. It's November, Christmas songs don't exist yet. Oh, that's true actually, radio plays will decrease if you release in November-December because I'd imagine the stations will be giving a lot more time to Christmas songs as opposed to new music. I guess this is true as well in the sense that the music industry and also other industries will slow down when it comes to Christmas, with people taking holidays and people travelling, so I guess everything kind of slows down a little bit, which maybe can affect people's listening times. First 2 months of the new year are good times. See, that's interesting, because I thought I read somewhere that January was a bad time because it's like a hangover period after the holidays where people are too worried about getting back to work and going to the gym for a week before they eventually give it up. March is a bad month to release, that is interesting, I did not expect that again. SXSW, isn't that South by Southwest? See, what's interesting is I've heard of that, and I know it's like a big industry thing, but I didn't think it was significant enough to warrant just not releasing music. April, I guess, is good, SXSW's out the way, and same with May and June. I guess if you want to do a big summer song or a summer album, that's a great time to release it. I think Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was one of the big albums that came out in 2022, and I think that got released in May or June sort of time. It's interesting to see just how summer oriented the music industry is. People tend to be checking out towards the end of summer, so usually avoid the last week of August as well, but overall these months are a good time to release music. Oh, of course as well, I don't really go to festivals because I'm a loser, but it's festival season in August. So now onto the final 2 months of the year, September and October. Be aware that if you have aspirations of winning a Grammy, shouldn't affect me, my music's a bit crap, the cutoff for submissions is at the end of the month. Now I think that month is September, because I looked this up and the cutoff for the next year's Grammys, as of the time of filming this, was the 30th of September, I want to say. So anything released after the 30th of September isn't eligible for the 2023 Grammys, I think. But generally it says that this is a good month to release, and that makes sense because look how many albums we got on October the 21st. Okay, so here's the big question. Bands like Arctic Monkeys or artists like Taylor Swift clearly are in the running to win a Grammy. There's no doubt about that, they're huge. But yet they choose to release these albums about 3 weeks after the Grammy cutoff date. And this is my theory. I think they purposefully release it after the cutoff for this year's Grammys, so that when they get nominated for the year after's Grammys, and then everyone remembers that the albums exist, they get like a second boost, a second wave of streams and hype, so they get more public attention, they get more coverage, more of their fans go back and re-listen to it thinking, could this win the Grammy? So if you're watching this and you are for some reason a major label artist, maybe releasing an album just after the Grammy cutoff, such that for the next year's cycle it then comes back into the public eye, might be a good idea. And that's really clever. Well, I hope you learnt something, and I definitely learnt something too. If you enjoy music-themed content regardless of the genre, be sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a like if you enjoyed what you saw today. Let me know if you're planning on releasing any music anytime soon, and hell, I'll go and listen to it, why not? So if you're a small artist making music, put your links in the comments and see if you can find yourself some fans while you're here. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.